I'm genuinely so grateful that I was born in a time where there are countless tech accessories to explore. I'm at a point where I can afford a lot of them, and also at a point where I can genuinely appreciate most of them. But the fact is that there's so many of them, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, which is exactly why I like to make tech accessory videos every now and then that highlight some of the best accessories out there that I have personally been using as either daily drivers, desk items, or travel tech and everything in between. And I want to share some of the top tech accessories right now that I think you might find pretty cool, so let's get into it. First up on the list, ESR's Qi 2 3-in-1 charging station. This thing looks absolutely fantastic aesthetically speaking. It's got a clean, simple form factor. It doesn't take a lot of footprint, which means you can conveniently keep it on a bedside stand or in my case on my work desk. On top of that, you also do have the 3-in-1 mechanism, so you can charge your AirPods, your Apple Watch, and your iPhone all at the same time. Since it's Qi 2 certified, you get the fastest possible wireless charging rate of up to 15 watts. But what makes it even better is the cryo boost mechanism, which basically makes sure your iPhone actually stays nice and cool when it's being charged wirelessly, something that's often a problem with traditional wireless chargers. Your phone gets very hot, and that can be really bad for your battery health on your iPhone. And of course, with Halo Lock technology, you also get full MagSafe compatibility. This is one of the cleanest looking charging stations out there. Like I said, there's plenty of ones out there, but few of them are as awesome and good in terms of quality as the ESR 3-in-1 station. Definitely check it out. I have a link in the video description below. If you're willing to break the bank a little for a good power bank, you'll want to check out Anker's Prime 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. It is one of the cleanest power banks out there. Sure, you can get cheap power banks with a 20,000 milliamp hour capacity, but what makes this one special is the digital display it has on board. It's not just a gimmick, it shows you useful information like how much wattage is being sent to each device connected to it, as well as how much wattage is entering the device when it's being charged. It'll show you the percentage and how much time it's going to take to charge the various devices that are connected to it as well. On top of that, it's got two Type-C ports and a Type-A port with a combined output capacity of 100 watts, allowing you to fast charge some devices and even charge some laptops while you're at it. On top of that, it has a relatively small form factor, a high quality build that's easy to stow away in pretty much any tech kit or backpack of your choice. And if you're wondering the best place to keep all your tech items, well, Orbitkey's 2-in-1 Tech Kit is my go-to choice. It's got a very clean and simple exterior with a rubberized hard fabric finish that also makes it slightly water resistant, but it's actually the simplicity of this thing that really stands out to me, because when you open it up, unlike a lot of the competitors that just put a ton of holes and pockets everywhere, Orbitkey doesn't do that. They have a couple of large pockets where you can actually put large cables and other medium-sized tech items without it just being overkill. And to make things even better, you have a tech pouch that comes within the tech kit where you can keep more fragile or delicate items like USB dongles that might be otherwise easy to lose. Overall, this is a very practical tech kit and one that I've been using for almost a year now, and I have no plans of ditching it anytime soon. The reason a lot of us often end up carrying a tech kit is because there's so many cables to keep when we're traveling, and the fact is we should be asking, do we have the best Type-C cable? Are we living our best life? Do we have the highest quality cable we can have? If you're asking these kind of questions, you are slightly psychotic, but that's alright, because AoHi's Creative Future Power cable set is definitely one worth going crazy over. It comes in some pretty exuberant and overkill FBI styled packaging, but when you open it up, you've got a ton of high quality Type-C cables, including a medium sized Type-C to Type-C cable. You also have a corded Type-C cable with a female cord as well for an extension piece, and then you get a nice large Type-C to Type-C cable as well, and furthermore one more USB Type-C to Type-C cable. Now the best part is they're all USB 4 certified, so you do get up to 100 watts of charging capacity, as well as the ability to stream up to 8K footage or video output thanks to up to 40 gigabytes of transfer speed. And you also get this convenient pouch where you can keep all your cables in. And my personal favorite part is just how aesthetically pleasing this whole set looks. Definitely one that's built with high standards and high quality in mind. My Sony XM4s have been tirelessly providing me some high quality audio for years now, so it's only befitting that I've got them a good place to rest. My choice is the Benks desktop headphone stand. This thing looks minimalist and clean. Seriously, it's got a full metallic exterior, giving it a very premium feel. And even though Benks calls this the black color, it's got a more space gray tint to it, which I actually prefer. It again just really gives that metallic exterior you want, and at the same time, thanks to its universally compatible arch over here, my XM4s feel right at home on top of it, and they actually look so much better than they do without the stand in the first place. Plus, it's really easy to access them now, so definitely a win-win. While we're on the topic of audio, I want to give a quick shout out to the Motion X100 Bluetooth speaker. It's got a high quality aluminum frame build. It's got some top tier audio with up to 50 watts of combined output across its 5 speakers, including woofers, tweeters, and an upward firing speaker system. It truly is immersive. It has 3D audio support, LDEC support, up to 12 hours of runtime on a single charge, and I've been using it for a solid 2 years, and I refuse to change this Bluetooth speaker for any other one. I genuinely think it's the whole deal if you have the budget to spare. If you've ever purchased a Mac Studio, you know exactly how darn expensive they can get. Between the unbinned M2 Max chip, 64GB unified memory, I just didn't have the financial willpower to spend any more money upgrading the storage, so I stuck with the base 512GB option. A gamble that thankfully paid off thanks to Zike's USB 4 powered SSD Enclosure. This thing is a piece of work. It's got a high quality metallic or aluminum finishing that's further protected by a plastic case that comes included with it. It has a built-in Type-C to Type-C cable that goes directly into the enclosure for convenience of access. And the best part is that it's fully compatible with any M.2 2280 drive, or smaller if you prefer, which means you've got great compatibility from the get-go. Now, this thing supports up to 3.8GB of read speed and up to 3.1GB of write speed, which is perfect because my drive of choice with it was the Kingston KC3000 M.2 drive with up to 7,000 Mbps with both read and write speeds. It's perfect to fully utilize what this enclosure has to offer with some speed left to spare. And this also gave me the confidence to transfer large files over, because often my files are north of 100GB at a time and it takes no more than several seconds to transfer them over, and I can run entire applications as well. And because I got Kingston's 2TB capacity, I now effectively have 2.5TB on my Mac Studio, because it just feels like one giant piece of storage, and it saved me a ton of money versus having to upgrade to a larger storage solution on my Mac Studio in the first place. Again, if you're looking for a high quality SSD drive, Kingston is the way to go. They're super reliable. I used it in the past, and their drives do not fail and deliver some top tier performance, specifically with their KC3000 series, which offers up to 4TB capacity. I like keeping some retro aesthetic vibes on my work desk, and the Divoom Ditoo Pro is such a cute piece of hardware. It's shaped like a retro style computer, and that olive green color really complements it. I don't know what it's officially called, but that's what it looks like anyway. And aside from its cute design, it's got a built-in Bluetooth speaker system so you can transfer audio to it. And on top of that, it's got a fully customizable pixelated display. You can set custom clock faces, or you can have digital animations, all of which is controllable conveniently to the Divoom app, and of course wirelessly. On top of that, it also has built-in games which you can control through the mechanical keys on the actual device alongside this cute metallic lever. This is such a cool aesthetic vibe for your desk, and the best part is that you can use it wired or wirelessly because it does have a built-in battery, so you don't have to keep it stuck to a cable if you don't want to. I also frequently get asked about my keyboard of choice, and currently that has to be the Lofree Flow Lite. It's a low profile mechanical keyboard. It's creamy, it's got tri-mode connectivity, it's fully hot swappable, and it has a great design. It's considerably cheaper than the original Lofree Flow, which was very expensive, and the only trade-off is that you get a plastic build, but everything else is actually better, and you get a volume scroll knob as well. It is frequently out of stock, so you may have a hard time getting your hands on it, but if you can, it's a great keyboard and one that I've been using for a couple of months now. And the final product I want to talk about is the Rebel phone case. In particular, this is the Flex 16 for the iPhone 16 Pro. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now. I really like the Amrit fiber on the back. It has a carbon fiber-like finishing. It's also a very durable and rugged design, but it's not too bulky. Now, granted, these sides are exposed, so if that's not your cup of tea, you can get their full-size case. But I really like what these guys do with their cases. It's top-tier stuff, and one that I can wholeheartedly recommend. And that's a wrap, folks. So those were all the accessories I wanted to to share with you guys in this specific video. If there's other accessories you saw in the video that you're interested in, let me know. I'll talk about those in a future video as well. And obviously everything I talked about has links in the video description below, so you can check that out or purchase it from there. As always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you get more quality content just like this, and hit that like button as well while you're at it. Thank you so much for your viewership. Catch you in the next one.